I've been. I searched to find the perfect caffeine, and I came back to let you know I love my cold brew, and I can't let go. My friends all wonder what is wrong with me. I'm in a daze from all of my coffee. I came back to let you know I love my cold brew, and I can't let go. Some people go to their Starbucks, but they may never get their favorite cup. What Mike won't do, do for cup. He's tried all the best, still they don't measure up. In my world, only you, as I say to my cup of cold brew. Woo! Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Mornings with Mike. Glad to see you in here. And now, for the host of the show, please give a round hand for Mike!
Wow, I didn't even have the volume up. Okay, well, I have the volume up now. So, as I was saying before I got onto the air, I had a cup of water spill everywhere. And, yeah, I don't know. Before I got onto it spilled all over around the computer. Luckily, I was able to clean it and get it taken care of and situated pretty quickly before it spread. So that was good. I was happy about that. And yeah, can't really have anything else going on. So yeah, we're going to do the opposite this week. We're going to go ahead and do the Facebook Live, and then obviously throw the remainder on YouTube. I found out how to start recording these through the streaming app that I'm actually on. So that's cool. Yeah, OBS, man, it's wow, there's a lot of stuff to learn. We recorded so much. There was a lot of things I've recorded over the week that will eventually see the light of day, hopefully. We did some gaming videos, some reaction to some battle rap videos. Anybody who knows me knows I'm a huge fan of battle rap. Fucking love it. And some other stuff we did. What else did we do? Yeah, that's pretty much it. But hopefully you can hear me. If you're watching this live, if you could please give me a shout out that you can hear me or not. That would be amazing. If you can hear me, that would be cool. So maybe we'll wait for one person to jump in here. The one person that jumps in here, if you could just tell me if you can hear me. Please let me know, because I don't want to go a whole show without being heard. Oh my goodness, we're about to smash everything over here. Hey, can you? The one person in here, can you hear me before they jump off? Hopefully they don't jump off, and they could just give me a solid yes. Or a solid no, I cannot hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I forgot what song that was. What song was that? It had to be something. I'm not sure. Maybe they can. Maybe they can't. I don't know. Or maybe they're just watching my face in silence. Either or. I don't know. I guess we'll go ahead and just start it and just assume the worst. And maybe that will give us the best results. So, I don't have any hot coffee this morning. I got my trusty, dusty iced coffee that I make, my cold brew that I make myself. I've told you guys about this already many times. This is what it looks like. Let's see if I can get the webcam. Yeah, baby. We got it in that Mickey D's cup because you know how we roll. This is how we roll in this house. We don't waste none of these cups. These are fine gourmet dining dish cups. Don't throw them away. Don't disrespect them like that. Unless you're going to make them into something else, then by all means. But in this house, we keep these cups, all right? I got a grip of them. You know, what can you do? But cheers, everybody. Y'all need to get your coffee on right now. I definitely need it after that. Yeah, it was a huge mess that was going on. I don't know. It really just threw me for a loop because I was in the mode, I was getting ready to go, and then all of a sudden, fucking water spills everywhere, dog. It was the worst. It was the worst. But we're here live now. We're good to go. Hopefully, we're all good to go. And yeah, so for the time being, this weekend has been a wild one. Enchanted Rock was climbed upon. It was pretty freaking fun. My legs hurt so much after that because I don't think it's so much the walking up that gets them hurting. I think it's the going down that really kind of puts you in another position because you're basically holding up your entire weight the whole way down, and you're trying to prevent it from going boom, 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 boom. You know, as so many famous fat guy falls have happened in the past. They usually happen or start with the ginormous hill, and that's what we were on top of. We were on top of a ginormous hill, and I'm going to take these off here. I'm only going to put these on in case you guys can't hear me, because it throws me off with the monitor. I don't know if any of that happens to anybody. I don't know if anybody, other live streamers out there, any other live streamers out there, if that's a big problem for them. I don't know. I'm not really a live, but yeah, the monitor's messing up. But yeah, anyways, a lot of famous fat guy falls definitely begin with the hill. Y'all have seen what is it? Is it Black Sheep where he falls down that huge hill? Chris Farley. That's probably like my number one favorite movie fat guy fall of all time. Definitely takes the cake for the top spot. And yeah, T. Yeah, going down sucks, man. It was awful. Hey, Helen. What's up? Yeah, going down was the worst part. It was just, it was awful. And it's just like the whole time, because you start going too fast. I mean, clearly, you know, my fellow fat guys can agree to this. Once you get going, it's hard to start stopping. Yeah. So there would be times where I'd be walking and I'd have to like choop, 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 do little steps, stop myself. But yeah, I've made it down there. So that would be my third time going there. And I gotta say, the next time, I'm making this promise to myself, the next time I go to Enchanted Rock, I'm gonna do the other trails and not the summit trail. Maybe I'll do the summit loop if I have enough energy for it at the end of everything. But I always just feel like I do such a disservice to that place because there's so many other amazing trails there that I've seen like pictures of that I haven't explored yet. And yeah, next time I go, I'm going to make it a point to not go on the damn summit trail. Which it's cool because like before, and I don't know if this is something new they recently changed, but they used to let you go in at 6:30. There was like a 6:30 to 8:30 entrance time. I haven't seen that one up in the last, like, even if you go weeks ahead, you don't see that as an option anymore. And it used to be cool because you could leave, we would leave about 5 o'clock Get there about around 6:30, close to it or so. And once you get there, you start your hike up there, and because most people don't arrive until about 8, like closer to 8, 8:30. So when you head up there, you pretty much have the entire hill to yourself. You don't have to worry about people. The later it gets, the more people that begin to show up there. Um, I wonder if I can get it to where I can show you guys a photo or some cool photos I took. Maybe we can do that. Maybe. If I can figure this out. We'll see. But yeah, that was Saturday. That was when was that? That was Friday? And that led us into Saturday. Well, yesterday, I decided to go out Ubering for a bit. I did some Ubers in the morning. Did like a lot of breakfast, man. So I got to talk to you all about that. That was my weekend, right? Was doing some Ubers, and oh man, it was sometimes you get started on these little runs, right? And you get started on them, and it's going really good, and then all of a sudden, shit can go haywire. And I've got to say, every let me see if I can save this. That was a really cool image I got. Sorry, I'm trying to do two things at once here. I'll show that photo because I think it's a really cool one. But yeah, it was essentially we'll get into the Ubering nonsense in a bit here. But yeah, let me see if I can add this photo here. It's not gonna let me just show the whole thing, is it? So this is a photo of Elena Milena, Amelia's little sister. And yeah, it was really cool. So she was just running all over the place up there. Once we got up there, I don't know if you guys can see it, but yeah, she was just running all over the place. And then I got these really cool photos out of it. So I thought that was cool. Is it lagging at all behind? No, it's not lagging. I think it was just looking weird on my end. But yeah, we got this really cool photo of her. You can see. And yeah, it was like her jumping, and it was like a reflection of the water. It just looked really cool up there. And yeah, I thought it was awesome. So I snapped the photo, did it, and yeah, I got a bunch of other cool ones I'll probably upload pretty soon. I just, when I, every time I go there, it never fails. I at least take about a bajillion photos, and then I have a hard time. Like, I think I took like 100 and something photos. I don't know how many photos I took. It's a lot of freaking photos. But yeah, that was one of the cool photos I got. I got plenty other ones, but yes, once you get up top there, it's just a beautiful feeling. You feel amazing. And you love every time the clouds go over the sun. It is just the best because you're just there. You're just there on a rock, laying down. Now, me personally, I have to adjust every now and then because, of course, my leg begins to fall asleep. But, man, you can get some pretty awesome photos up on that rock. So, that being said, we'll just go into a quick little rant here, I suppose. Take another coffee drink. Salute to everybody out there watching this. I appreciate you guys rocking with me. Got the dark roast in for today. But yeah, so the Uber Eats deliveries. That's what I do on the side to make some side money. It never fails. I think out of my entire time of doing this, I have probably had about 2 successful hospital deliveries. Because anytime it gets routed to a hospital, I mean, you got to understand like how huge hospitals are. And people that work at hospitals aren't specific as to where you bring their food. It'll usually the best ones are call this number, when you get here. But at the same time, like, I can't compromise that because if I call that number directly, they have my direct phone number. So they can literally call me at any point, which it kind of defeats the whole purpose of like doing it. So a lot of the times they'll tell you where to go. They'll tell you how to deliver it or what floor to go onto. Which those are always fun because it's like, yeah, I'm on the 6th floor, and then you have to realize like you have to finagle parking in the front, And a lot of times I'll have a parking attendant that won't want you to park there. So now you have to explain yourself to the parking attendant. Then you have to explain yourself to the front desk. Then the front desk will tell you where to go. Then you go there, and then you still have to wait because that person is busy doing something, which I get. I totally understand. But at the same time, I don't get paid for it. The 2 times that I've done that, I will probably say the only like pretty awesome tip I've ever gotten from doing a hospital delivery was this one dude who ordered food for his wife and the whole staff she was working with. He ordered like, how many was it? It was like almost like 50. It was like 50 migas plates. 50 migas plates, guys. That's like a lot, and I had to I had to carry them in there. That one was through Favor though. It wasn't through UberEats. But yeah, it was like 50 migas plates and those styrofoam plates. So I had to fill up my humongous bag, and then I had to carry like a whole bunch on top of that. So that one was a really awesome tip. But again, I mean, it's like, you know, it kind of goes with how much you're taking in, how much you're like the time put in to order it, the time put into waiting it for it. Like, it's just a lot of stuff. So yesterday, and it was funny, I was recording this too on my my phone. I got a ping in, and then I realized where it was going. It was a huge Starbucks order. These fools ordered like seven drinks, and liquid is heavy. I mean, you know, you got to think it's at least 16 ounces, at least, right? I go to pick it up, and that's where my whole shitty start began. I go to pick it up, and the lady hands me the bag, and as she's handing me the bag, she says, well, be careful, it's a really heavy order. I'm like, okay, thank you, appreciate that. Thinking maybe, you know, they definitely had to have double bagged this. There's no way they'd give me this much coffee in one bag. Because when you're out there doing these deliveries, you're not really focusing on the little details, right? Because we're going one place, picking up, go to the next place. And usually it's an apartment that we have to find. And so that's like a whole nother aspect to it. But I get there, I grab the bag, put it safely in my car. I put the little seatbelt over it because, you know, safety first. And I drive, and I realize where I'm driving to. And as I get closer, I'm like, shit, here we go. Another hospital delivery. And, all right, I guess let's do it. So the GPS brings me to the entrance, right? Because there's like a million entrances to every hospital out there. And none of them differ from what entrance is what. So I pull up, and I see literally where the GPS took me was to an entrance. So I was like, okay, this is where I need to be. There's a visitor's parking, and then there's the entrance. It's like a little roundabout. And I get there. I tell the lady, hey, I just arrived. I don't know what you want me. Did you want me to wait here at the front? And she's like, yeah, wait in the front. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm waiting. And all of a sudden, I'm carrying the bag, and I look down by my shoes, and I see brown liquid everywhere. And then it connects in my head. Oh, one of the coffees just fell. Then I'm like, oh, another coffee. Oh, all the coffees fell. So pretty much all the coffees that they ordered fell everywhere. It was a disaster. Probably one of the most disastrous things that have happened. I think I had like a Taco Cabana incident happen once, but it wasn't that bad. Like the food was at least still salvageable. But the Starbucks order, oh my gosh. Yeah, there was 7 coffees. 3 of them were lost. Well, 2 of them completely gone. 1 of them like halfway. The other drinks were still good. And in classic Mike panic mode, I was trying to figure out what the hell to do. I tried to call the UberEats support to tell them, hey, I don't know what you guys want me to do. This thing's busted. And as I'm talking with them, they were like, yeah, hold on, give me 1 second here. And then they just blitzed out. They just took off. You know, they were out. So I said, shit. And I just went in there. I simply, I tried to tell the lady what the issue was. And she wasn't having it. She was upset, rightfully so. Like, I get it. You're waiting on coffee. You're waiting on coffee, and it gets destroyed. Like, I don't know what else there was to do at that point other than to just, like, dip the hell out. And so I, like, the drinks that were still salvageable, I left them there perfectly by the brick, like the brick wall. So I don't know, somebody seen them. Maybe somebody grabbed them. I did pick up my trash. I did pick up the stuff that did spill. All right, I will say that. But the other drinks, I literally just left there and canceled the order. And as I'm, like, going to my next order, the lady's still texting me. I'm like, shit, like, what do I do? What do I do in this scenario? So I called up UberEats support again. So I was in a long line for a McDonald's pickup. And I'm on the phone with them. And so they finally, like, they were able to situate the whole thing. I guess they got the lady compensated and some additional, like, coupons or whatever that they were going to throw her away. So hopefully that makes up for it. But I'm just saying, like, any hospital workers out there, if you're ordering Uber Eats, dog, like, y'all need to be very specific as to where we are going, because damn, I have so many failed hospital deliveries that I've had. That yeah, and when you have those moments, it's really easy to say, shoot, let's just call it a day, which is what I almost did. I almost said let's call it a day, but I continued to persevere through it. And the rest of the day actually ended up being pretty good. I stopped at around, what time did I stop at? Around like 2:30ish. I went from like 8:30 to 2:30. And then, yeah, I took like a lunch break. Caught Summer Madness 10 yesterday, which was absolutely dope. Super fire. And then towards the end of Summer Madness 10, it was a K-Shine and Chess. I already knew where it was going. So I was like, I'll just watch this later on. Towards the end of it, I took off, did another Uber Eats runs. And there were some really good ones. So those always boost your mood. But when I do start getting near like streets that I don't know too well, or that I'm not too familiar with, that's when I like to just say, all right, let's just stop it. And let's go find a different area, or let's just go home. So yesterday I did that. I said, yeah, let's just go home. So that was my Saturday. But needless to say, all the driving from Friday, Saturday, all that driving's finally caught up with me. My legs are just shot super out of it. Yeah, not feeling too great this morning. So clearly needed my coffee. Need my coffee this morning. And honestly, I might even get another cup. Yeah. Shouts out to football this weekend, right? Got some football going on. Clearly, you see your boys ready with my jersey, my fading out jersey. Yeah, last week we didn't do too good. We didn't do too great. We lost miserably. But let's see. It's a new week. It's a new week. I'm excited, and yeah, I know I think the last week's episode we operated from the dining room area. This week we're operating from my room. So excuse the mess back there. Those clothes hanging, they were well staffed. They were well put together before, but because the incident I mentioned at the beginning, when I had water spill everywhere, I had to go and rush to find a towel, so everything just got thrown everywhere. But what can you do? What can you do in those situations of crisis? You can't really do much, but prepare and take shelter and get a towel to clean up all the water that you spilled everywhere. That almost caused an electrical burnage of some sorts. But yeah, we saved it in time. So we're at the, what are we at? We're at the 24-minute mark, around there. I'm trying to think to see if I have any classic Mike stories from when I was a kid. Oh, okay. Well, here's one. So here's an embarrassing school story. And it's embarrassing because, I don't know, when I didn't, at the time of doing it, I think I finally felt like what it feels like to be a bully, because I wasn't too proud of it. There was this kid, so there was Was this our class that had the second and third grade kids? No, I think this was fourth grade. Oh, this was fourth grade. Miss Rutledge. Shouts out to the worst teacher I've ever had in my life. Sorry, Miss Rutledge. I just feel like that. You were awful. And yeah, outside of that, this is a bonus add-on story. That class, well, I guess I'm the idiot in there, but I had a pencil. I was bouncing my chin on it, and then all of a sudden the pencil went into my chin, and I tried to explain this to Miss Rutledge, and she just looked at me and just dismissed it, and she just said, and then all of a sudden it started bleeding. I was like, it's bleeding. Can I go to the bathroom and wash it? She's like, yes, go ahead. And I was like, geez, like my freaking chin's bleeding. Be it I caused it myself, but still, I still feel like that lead is in there somewhere. But anyways, this past that, there was these two kids in our class, and I still remember their names. It was this guy, Adrian, and his buddy was Ladislao. Everybody just called him Lau. So we would always go, like, you know when they do the bathroom breaks, right? Everybody goes to the bathroom, yada, yada. So I was going to the bathroom, and I think they had just got out of there, and I went in and I saw a book, right? It was a library book there. Opened the library book, and I saw it was that guy, Ladislaus. Now, I'm not going to say these guys were the nicest kids in the world, but, like, they kind of did their own bidding as well. So I went ahead and saw the book, and I was like, oh my gosh, you know what? I'm going to throw this fool's book in the toilet. Grab the book, throw it in the toilet. For some reason, I hit flush, even though I knew it wasn't going to flush all the way down. And then I proceeded to tell every boy in that class what I did. And it was really stupid because literally within minutes of getting back to class, this happened on the lunch break. Within minutes getting back to class, they did the whole, Michael Garcia, could you report to the principal's office? Michael Garcia. So I had to go in there, go to the principal's office along with every kid that I told. And they all done teamed up, and they just came to them together, and they said, yeah, this is what happened. And they all acted like they were really shook by it. They weren't. They just wanted to get me in trouble. It was crazy because I used to be there was some friends that I used to be friends with in that class that we ended up breaking apart. These dudes, Richard and Brian. We were homies like nothing. Then somehow between the year, they began to choose, what path to take, what path I was trying to take. They were just trying to get with the popular kids. I was just trying to post up with my buddies. So we ended up going our separate ways. And yeah, those were, I think, for some reason, they ended up finding out. Those fools were in there, like, snitching on me, too. I was like, really? Like, but anyways, it was a stupid moment in my life because I realized, well, first off, why did I put a library book in the toilet and try to flush it down? Second off, why did I tell every single kid what I did? Like, what did I think was going to happen? But yeah, all the kids were in the principal's office, like, just, saying what I had told them and how, like, shook they were. They're like, yeah, that's all I know. It's, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, nah, dude, like, shut up. Like, but anyways, yeah, I felt in that moment in the principal's office, once all the freaking kids left and I was in there by myself, I really got to think about it and, like, realize how shitty that was, what I did. And from that moment forward, I decided I would not ever do something like that again because, Jesus, it was the worst thing in the world. I felt really miserable and shitty about it. Like, just threw a kid's book in the toilet. Like, what if he was really into that book? And, like, reading books now, like, I realize, like, how special it is. So it was pretty cruddy on my end. But those are the things you do as a kid. Like, a lot of things as kids, it's trials and tribulations, right? It's like an error kind of thing. Like, you gotta do things to learn things. What is it that Ricky said in Trailer Park Boys? Sometimes you gotta do some things, and then that's what kind of teaches you, how to be. So automatic link. No, I don't want to. I'm trying to get another photo up here for you guys that I got. that's not in landscape or portrait mode. Let me see here. Why won't it let me download it? Oh, there it is. Okay, we got it downloaded. Show in folder. Oh wow, this took up like the whole screen. Yeah, and again, more of these will get uploaded as it why does it put it in such huge formatting? I don't know. We're learning this stuff together, you know? It's not going to be perfect, but hey, we're going to try to get it there. So, this is the... Let me see if I can exit this out. Why is it not showing it? Okay, let's hide this one. Okay, there we go. So there, the little things take me so long to figure out. It is ridiculous. But yeah, so here's a photo of this going on. I don't know if it'll show up here soon. But yeah, pretty much this was taken on the come down and trying to get all the way down the hill. And it is just, man, you get all the way up there, you don't realize how far you are from it. But you do kind of like get that sense once you're way up there. You're like, well, it doesn't seem like I went that far. But usually it's, yeah, you go pretty far. But, where is my webcam? So yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing today, guys. Oh, shoot, I didn't even check. I don't know if anybody out there is playing fantasy. Anybody out there playing any fantasy leagues? Anybody playing any fantasy leagues at all? Yeah, I'm in a fantasy league. I just made some changes at like 5 in the morning today. Hoping that they stick, but you never know with football. You never know. And pretty much all my guys are in now. Wow. Wow. All right. Well, you know what? We'll figure it out. But that being said, guys, I wish everybody a good Sunday today. Oh, do you like the song IDK? I haven't heard that song by Lil Yachty yet, Jess, but I am a fan of Lil Yachty. I will say that. Big fan of Lil Yachty. But I'm going to check that out, though. I'm going to check that out, Jess. But I hope everybody has a good Sunday morning. I hope everybody is persevering and getting through their battles. Look, we face them every day, right? We always go through all this crazy shit in the world going on. Not to mention our own shit that we deal with, like on top of all the shit going on. But just keep pushing through, guys. Keep persevering. Keep getting it. Keep pushing. Don't stop. Keep pushing. Y'all got this. This is Mornings with Mike, episode 2. And we are